Is it possible to change the environment of women living under vulnerable conditions? Today, 94% of Venezuelans are living in poverty. Mothers, sisters, and friends across the nation struggle to provide for their families on less than $1 a month. Under crushing inflation, an overwhelming collapse of essential services, and a number of restrictions to get their food or medicine. In the midst of their battle, they have been left unprotected and invisible. The humanitarian crisis in Venezuela has increased the risk for women, making them more vulnerable. In only 1 year, the country's maternal mortality rate rose by 66%. Authorities have not published new information since 2016. These numbers can get worse, but what if I told you you can change them for the better? Some organizations have come together to work by, for, and with women. Through their humanitarian programs, they supported more than 90,000 women in 2019. With your contribution, you can help benefit many more. Women living under vulnerable conditions arrive with their children at the Lighten de los Rios, a children's specialized hospital. Most of them do not have food, clothing, or a place to sleep. Prepara Familia has taken on the task of restoring human dignity. With the help of donations and support, they managed to remodel the hospital's neurosurgery room. They offer emotional support to caregivers of children with illnesses, contribute with clothing and food kits, host workshops on women's rights and professional development. They also have support networks to promote women's enterprises. Additionally, women have reunited into committees for service and committees for victims. Many of them have become activists and now work in Prepara Familia's team. In 2019 alone, more than 3,000 women were assisted. Thanks to the support received in the Con Ellas campaign, 250 women caregivers were directly benefited from protection and hygiene kits in August 2020 during the pandemic. With your support, this number can only keep growing. Unión Afirmativa works for the rights of LGBTI people. Since its beginnings, they have been dedicated to promoting tolerance. Annually, they train an average of 1,500 people in how to properly address sexual diversity topics. Among them, journalists, activists, students, medical personnel, NGO workers, private companies, and public agencies. Unión Afirmativa conducts workshops designed to empower and raise the self-esteem of lesbian women, giving them psychological support. Their work has extended as far as the Amazon, where they work with indigenous communities. In the last 2 years, its programs have benefited 250 women. Low-income women who have been victims of violence have no protection in Venezuela. Cepaz works to eradicate gender violence, monitors cases, and provides support to victims. The organization has denounced the violation to Venezuelan women's rights before national and international institutions. For years, Cepaz has worked hand in hand with women to motivate them to raise their voices. They have dived deep into vulnerable communities with constant visits and activities that support women with their basic needs and educate them on human rights. Between 2019 and 2018, 18,000 women and girls benefited from Cepaz's programs. These women now have a voice in their community, and thanks to the work done on citizen empowerment, they have been able to transform both themselves and their environment. In November and December 2020, thanks to the Con Ellas initiative, enough money was raised to purchase and deliver 400 menstrual cups to the community of La Dolorita, where women have poor access to feminine hygiene products. Just imagine what your support can do for them. Funka Mama started as an organization to fight breast, ovarian, and cervical cancer. However, to cover the demands of Venezuelan society, it has extended its scope of action. Annually, it directly serves more than 10,000 women, while also benefiting an extra 700,000 women indirectly by organizing activities on the importance of integral healthcare. hosting workshops to promote self-care, giving diagnoses and treatments at their health center, providing emotional support and counseling for patients and families, and volunteer training. In October 2020, Con Ella set the goal of performing mammograms on 100 Venezuelan women. This goal was achieved thanks to all donations. Acción Solidaria's mission is to assist and provide support to people with HIV and their families, offering support in the areas of prevention, care, rights, and public incidents. With their program Todos Tenemos Razones, 2,034 HIV screening tests were made between November 2019 and December 2020. Additionally, they carry on a program of humanitarian action that seeks to bring medicines and medical supplies into the country from abroad and distribute them at no cost. It has benefited an average of 1,692 people per month, and together with its network of 170 allies, they have benefited 89,000 people monthly. Acción Solidaria also works to denounce human rights violations, actively collaborating with the regional and global human rights system. Con Ellas started fundraising to provide infant formulas to underserved women with HIV in the lactating stage, in an effort to prevent the vertical transmission of the virus from mother to kid. The number of mothers who benefit from such a cause can increase with your contribution. UniAndes promotes citizen participation regarding education as a tool to strengthen democracy. They have a program to train women's human rights defenders on the Colombian and Venezuelan border. It aims to reinforce the human rights defense capacities of 400 women while making them aware of the need to protect themselves. Venezuelan women have shown us that it is possible to change your environment despite any adversity. If they can do it, you can make a contribution and help lighten their burden. This year, we were able to support more than 700 women thanks to the donations received. With your contribution, this number can be multiplied. Unfortunately, the support of women is not a priority in emergency situations, even though they are directly affected in ways that are different and more profound. They must now be our priority. Your contribution can make a big difference. Donate. Thank you.